Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
The internet went wild. Who could have imagined that Xiao Zhan, once mocked for his poor singing and dancing skills and flimsy acting, would now achieve 3 consecutive victories at the WMA Awards, earning rave reviews from official media and earning the title of legend. This wasn't a free lunch, it was earned through inch after inch of sweat, pages of notes, and excruciating training sessions. Looking back on his journey, it's like a real-life comeback drama. From designer to all-around artist, he had no connections, no shortcuts, and only relied on his own strength. His knees rubbed to the point of needles during action scenes, his back soaked in sweat while donning his military uniform, and he spent nights composing thick notebooks to master his roles and plays. These unseen struggles forged his on-stage legend. Some say the entertainment industry is a dream under the spotlight, but Xiao Zhan's story proves that the spotlight never shines on anyone without a reason. Storms are merely temporary residence permits, his work is his permanent residence. With his stunning performances on stage and moving portrayals on screen, he shattered doubts one by one and firmly grasped the applause. The WMA honor is a milestone, not the destination. What truly excites us isn't the number of trophies he's won, but the way he repeatedly rises after stumbling, fighting for his fame amidst the cold. Legends aren't born, they belong to those forged through hard work and dedication. Xiao Zhan is rewriting the traffic doubts into the answer of the times. Remember the 227 incident? Back then, Xiao Zhan was thrust onto the gallows of public opinion, and almost all the light he shone into a cold searchlight, blinding, icy, and inescapable. Some asserted he would never recover, others mocked him as a mere traffic bubble. Yet, time and strength have provided the most weighty answer. On September 24, 2025, the WMA Weibo Music Awards recommendation list was released, and the internet exploded. Xiao Zhan, with his album We, won 3 consecutive awards: Recommended Person of the Year, Recommended Song of the Year, and Recommended MV of the Year. Holding these 3 trophies was not only a celebration for his fans, but also a resounding success for the entire entertainment industry. The audience cheered with relentless cheers, and official media outlets raved, stamping this honor with the most authoritative stamp of approval. This wasn't accidental, but inevitable. From the tens of thousands of lines on the stage to the soundtrack for screen productions, from the notebooks filled with meticulously written reflections late at night to the sweat dripping from the training grounds, he has used his unwavering strength to transform his destiny time and again. As someone said, storms are just temporary residence permits, your work is your household registration. This trio of victories wasn't a miracle, it was the answer written in Xiao Zhan's flesh and blood. Standing at the pinnacle of glory, he was not only a singer's highlight, but also the continuation of a legendary story that rose from the bottom of the world to the peak. The stage was blazing, the applause thundered. Xiao Zhan's era was on fire. Despite his current fame, Xiao Zhan had to forge ahead through sheer hardship. Who could have imagined that the man now standing on the podium at the WMA Awards didn't start out on the star-studded stage, but rather as a stable and respectable designer. In his second year of college, he opened his own design studio, enjoying a strong client base and a promising future. Logically, if he kept going, he'd likely become a rising star in the industry. However, a call from Burning Boy completely changed his trajectory. At that time, Xiao Zhan was driven by a pure passion, singing. Without hesitation, he resolutely quit his stable job, strapped on his guitar, and opened the door to his practice room. While other contestants might have trained from a young age and already been accustomed to the spotlight, he had virtually no foundation, having to learn everything from scratch. He rose again and again from setbacks, navigating the challenges of singing and dancing, physical fitness, and stage presence, persevering through repeated setbacks and persevering through repeated denials. What's truly moving is that during his trainee days, he worked harder than anyone else. While others rested, he honed his singing skills. While others relaxed, he repeatedly corrected his dance moves. His voice became hoarse, his legs and feet swollen, but he never complained. Perhaps no one was optimistic about him back then, but he knew, if he didn't take this gamble, there would never be a name like Xiao Zhan. Therefore, his current success is merely the fruit of that courage, but reality was harsh. He was the oldest among the post-2000s, his physique already set, making many difficult moves difficult for him. So what? Catch up. While others practiced for 3 hours, he practiced for 6. Stretching his legs was so painful he saw stars, and his knees were so swollen he needed daily acupuncture. But as long as the music started, he kept dancing. For the 7th episode of the main competition, he chose Wild Child. His voice and the atmosphere instantly ignited the stage, instantly making the crowd remember this wild young man. He then successfully debuted as a member of the group, and his portrayals of him gradually entered the public eye. Later, he joined the cast of Ace Force. While Gu Yai's buzz cut looks clean and tough on camera, what you don't know is that his confidence was earned through hard work. To overcome his lack of confidence, he moved into the military compound early, living, eating, and training alongside active duty soldiers. Every morning at 5:30, he would drill, stand at attention, and march with weights, often sweating through his uniform. In his free time, he would read military documentaries and watch interviews to strengthen himself. By the time filming began, the role fit him almost seamlessly, and the doubts naturally dissipated. The drama track was even more challenging. When he got the role of patient number 5 in Dream Like a Dream, he was honored but also felt the pressure. His own lines alone amounted to tens of thousands, and there were also long paragraphs of poetic expression. There were no angs in the theater, and not a single look or breath escaped the audience. So he treated the script book as a talisman, reciting it wherever he went. In the footage released by the studio, he looked up and down and recited it silently, taking notes and listening to the director's instructions. The premiere was a sure thing, and patient number 5 received a lot of praise. One audience member commented that it was very contagious, and this praise was very solid. Filming Legend of the Kanghae presented another challenging hurdle. This was his first costume drama, and the simultaneous soundtrack required incredibly precise verbal skills, not to mention the dense feng shui terminology and classical Chinese dialogue. Xiao Zhan hired a dialogue coach to accompany the crew throughout the entire production, returning to the hotel to continue polishing his lines. Director Shang Xiaolong offered sharp-on-the-spot guidance, and he immediately adjusted, finding his groove. The Kanghae character, as portrayed on camera, transforms from a vengeful, lonely minister to a chess master with empathy for the nation. He doesn't deliver his lines in a shouting voice, but rather with a relaxed tone and intense gaze. At that moment, you can see his desperation, restraint, and warmth. He also brought his dialogue skills, honed over the years of drama training, to the film set. Even after years, he can still recite long monologues in one breath, his pauses and breathing rhythms reminiscent of those on stage. This is less a career resume than a portrait of his emotions, from designer to trainee, from self-doubt to calm self-affirmation. His emotional history is perhaps a reflection of his tug-of-war with the stage. The more fearful he is, the more he takes on the stage, the more challenging it becomes, the more he practices. Some say he's lucky, but he'll tell you with the needle pricks on his knees, the sweat stains on his uniform, and the densely packed handwriting on his notebook, life is forged through perseverance. Official media outlets were the first to offer congratulations for his 3 consecutive WMA recommendations, praising him as a professional recognition and positive energy demonstration and a certification of influence. Trending searches also drew praise from netizens, with comments like well-deserved, versatile in singing, dancing, and acting, and my youth is back. One fan dug up a scene from his performance of Union in the TV series Joy of Life and said, "The drama comes alive the moment he opens his mouth." Others, revisiting a clip from a play, said, "When he gets into character, the stage shines." As for the actor himself, he's always been known for his actions, speaking less than he speaks, and his work is his truest expression. In the entertainment industry, those who make the transition from screen to stage and back again are known for their true kung fu. There's no do-over button on stage, forcing actors to cultivate their fundamental skills to the core. Xiao Zhan's path isn't unique, but the path's grit is truly known only to those who have walked it. After the storm, he sets out again, this time with music. Who knows what the next surprise will be? Whether it's a movie or a new album, time will tell. May he continue to put his luck in his work and return the applause to the audience. May all those who silently practice in the face of the storm finally find their own light.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.